Welcome back to Exchange. My name is Amit Agarwal. Welcome to Pythonist. Let's continue the series of Python. In the earlier video, we have seen what exactly was variables, what exactly were functions, and what exactly were keywords. We also saw how to use variables inside functions. But that's where the concept of scopes come into play. Scope comes into play. What exactly is scope? We will discuss that. Also, we will see what exactly is local and global scope. But for now, today we will discuss what exactly is global keyword in Python. So, global keyword is a keyword that allows a user to modify a variable outside the current scope. It is used to create global variables from a non-global scope, that is inside a function. Now, there are certain rules to assign a global keyword. If a variable is assigned a value anywhere within the function's body, it is assumed to be a local unless explicitly declared as global. We use global keyword to use a global variable inside a function. Now guys, we will discuss what exactly is the use of global variables and how it is been implemented on our system. So without wasting much time, let's move to our IDL. So let's go for that. Let's say we have a simple variable called a simple variable that's called a, and let's say we print that variable. We all know what is going to be the output of for that. It is 10, simple. We all know what is a variable. Now let's define a function and see what is the use of scope in that. So let's say we define a function, let's say something we are not bothered what is the name of the function, and let's say we take another variable, let's say 15, and let's try to print that a. Okay, so the question arises, can we have a same variable with different values? Now I will tell the answer afterwards, but one thing we have to keep in mind, a equals to 10, so it is a global variable, means outside the scope of the function, and a equals to 15, it is a local variable that is confined to the function only. Okay students, so what is a global variable? That is outside the function, which is applicable to all, and this is a equals to 15, which is a local variable which is confined to the function only. Okay, now in order to make it more specific, let's try to print something, let's say inside function, so that we don't get confused with inside function, and let's print outside function here so that it is more specific to. Now if we run that code, we will get to know what exactly the current output is. Strange, we are getting only outside function. Why? Because we have not called this something function here. Okay guys, so these are the small traps that I will be inserting in my code so that we may get to know what are the pitfalls for that. Now we have called that function. Now if we run the function, you get to know, if we use this variable that is local to that function, which is a equals to 15, we are getting 15, and the current value of a is 10. Okay guys, now if I remove this variable and if I run this code, you get to know this is the global variable that we are accessing inside the function, and this is the local variable. Okay guys, now what if I try to change the global variable? For example, let's say we have a equals to 10, and I changed, and if I try to change the value, let's say a equals to a plus 5, and now let's say if I try to print that value, what output do you expect? We have learned this in Python, that a equals to a plus 5 means that we are trying to add something to the variable. If you have not seen that, please go to our channel Python Sister, and please do subscribe that and do watch all the videos so that you may be acquainted to the Python videos. Okay guys, now can you tell me what is going to be the answer for that? Let's try to run that code. Oh my god, we are getting an error. We are getting a severe error. What is it? It is saying that local variable a reference before assignment. That is, we cannot change the variable of a we cannot change a value of a variable that is global to a local keyword. For that, our concept of global variable comes into existence. How? we have to simply type global A. Global is a keyword. Okay, guys. Now, if I run this code, we get our output as 15. Also, as you can see, the outside function, the A is changed to 15 also. Why? Because we are accessing this global variable inside this function, and we are saying to Python, hey Python, I want to change the value of a global variable. Now there is no local variable inside the function, and the value of A becomes 15 for function also, and for outside function it also becomes same. Okay guys, so in this manner you can refer to a global variable to a local variable, and a local variable to a global variable, and the concept of scope comes into existence. We can also add two values by using the concept of scope or between the functions. Okay guys, so let's try to implement that code also. That let's say A equals to 5, B equals to A equals to 10, B equals to 5. Let's remove this global keyword and let's simply type C equals to A plus B, and let's say C. We run this code. If we try to run this code, as you are able to see, we are using the global variables, but we are not changing that. As we saw it just a couple of moments ago, that if we were trying to change the global variable, we were not able to do that because we cannot change the value of a global variable inside a local variable, means inside a function, without using global variable. So we have to mention it explicitly that we are using the global variable. Okay guys, so but in this case we are adding that value, we are not changing, we are just adding those two global values to a local variable C, and then we are just simply printing the result. Okay guys, so global keywords stays the same, that is a keyword that allows us to user to modify a variable outside the current scope. And scope we have discussed, we have two types of scope, global scope and local scope. We also saw some codes for that. Now here are some examples. We try to implement that code also, that was showing an error because we have not mentioned it explicitly. We also saw this code to how to add two variables and how to refer to global variable inside a local variable, and also we saw how to change the value of a global variable and show it outside the scope also. Okay guys, so guys, this was the main concept of global variable. We also saw some examples, and I hope you have understood this concept, and I request you to please try this code at your system so that you can let me know in the comment section what all problems you are facing while implementing the Python code. And if you have not subscribed our channel, please do subscribe our channel, that is Python Assistor, for getting latest update. And please guys, stay at home safely, and please practice well all the Python. So guys, that's all for now. We will continue with our video in the next session. Thank you very much. Bye bye.